Have you heard of lagates? When I took this job, I thought it would be easy. I mean, how hard can it be to watch an 8-year-old for a few hours? Apparently, it's not always that simple. 3 hours turned into 5, then 7. Next thing you know, I'm watching this kid for an entire night. His parents called at the 4-hour mark to tell me that due to the storm, they were stuck under a tornado watch and were unable to leave the restaurant they were having a date night at. Well, I guess someone has to watch him, and at least our area isn't affected by the tornado watch. He just keeps getting on my nerves. Mr. James, have you ever heard of lagates? The kid keeps asking me. It's the same cycle. He asks, I tell him I haven't, then he asks again 10 minutes later. I was washing the dishes after the kid had dinner when he came up to me again. Before he started talking, I turned on the kitchen lights to see him better. Lately I've been getting headaches due to hunger. I just can't seem to eat, so I turn off the lights when it comes to dinner. Have you heard of lagates? He asked. I peered down at him and for the 1000th time I said, no. They seem to know you, Mr. James. They say you need to stop ignoring them. I just stare at the kid and he's as serious as I've ever seen an 8-year-old. I'm sorry, but you should have seen the look on your face. Can I tell you about them now? He asks after his laughing fit has ceased. I've been wanting to talk about lagates for weeks. All my friends at school don't believe me. Well, except for Xander. He's the one who told me about them. You know what, sure, go ahead. What are lagates? His face lit up with excitement. The kid went on to explain that lagates are actually human. Well, appearance-wise they are. They're actually more like monsters under children's beds. What's scary is that you can't really tell when you're talking to a lagite instead of a human. There's signs, the boy explained. Just look for the signs and you'll be okay. I was done with the dishes at this point and wanted to entertain this a bit further. What are the signs? I asked. He continued to explain that for some reason, lagates are afraid of adults. They also have to be invited into a child's home, the boy explained. He told me that lagates have to know a kid's name for it to eat said kid. The child also has to be 10 or under. Oh, also, normal people can't tell who a lagite is easily, but other lagates will know if they come across each other. This seemed to be the end of the rant. I had to help him with some homework before leading him upstairs to bed, so we sat at the kitchen table and began to work. Do you believe me, Mr. James? He asked randomly. What, about lagates? Yeah, my friend Xander told me about them. He said they're the reason his little sister went missing. I looked at him, took a deep breath, and said, yeah, I do. He smiled a bit and went back to his work. Once he was done, he gave me his homework to look over. I noticed he didn't put his name at the top of the page, and he quickly scribbled it on when I mentioned it. It read, Alex Moore. Alex? I thought your name was Axel. He looked at me and giggled a little to himself. Finally, it was the end of the night. Alex was in his pajamas and climbed right into bed. As I was about to turn out the light, Alex said something to me. You know, Mr. James, I could be a lagite. I know everything about them. I knew Xander's little sister's name. I was invited to their house a lot. How do you know I'm not a lagite? That got a little chuckle out of me. Oh, Alex, I say as I turn out his light. Another headache was coming on, except now I'll finally be able to eat, because I would have been able to tell by now. Bum bum bum! The babysitter's a lagite.